Well, the controversial Senate seat shakeups in Illinois and New York have prompted many to ask, why are we letting governors appoint senators? Should elections be held for these vacant Senate seats? Joining us for a fair and balanced debate are Herb London, he's the president of the Hudson Institute, and Bruce Fein, constitutional law attorney and author of Constitutional Peril. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Herb, you are opposed to governors appointing the next senator, but it is in the Constitution. It's the 17th Amendment.
Well, the 17th Amendment says that there's a writ of election. That is, the governor has the right to create an election if he chooses to do so. It's also the legislature that empowers the governor with the authority to make this decision about a temporary appointment.
But, Bruce, you're a constitutional expert. What's your response?
Well, the 17th Amendment entrusts the initial appointing authority to the governor, and it provides that the legislature can make exceptions to that rule. And the Founding Fathers understood the Senate should not be simply a carbon copy of the House. It did not want it to be equally reflective of public opinion that can also be unknowing and basically have the equivalent of a unicameral legislature, and a governor appointment makes it a mix of political dynamics that the Founding Fathers intended.
Yes, but Bruce, didn't the Founding Fathers understand that by having a governor select a senator, that it does make it ripe for cronyism, as we may be seeing in New York, or at worst corruption, as we may be seeing in Illinois?
I mean, this is precisely the problem.
Well, there's always a possibility of that danger. You can have a danger of corruption even in elections. Dan Rostenkowski in Chicago was elected as well, and there was enormous corruption there.
Okay, hold on.
The idea was that you're accountable for the decisions that you make, and if you make a poor appointment as a governor, you'll pay a penalty for it.
Okay, what do you say to that, Herb?
Well, the part of the difficulty is anytime one person has the authority to make this decision, you can be sure that there is subject to corruption. That doesn't mean that corruption will necessarily occur, but anytime one person has that kind of authority, you have already seen in the state of Illinois that the governor, at least on the basis of newspaper accounts, is selling the seat. I mean, this is quite remarkable. And in New York, what you have is the play of corruption. Not corruption, excuse me, celebrity status. Where, in fact, the governor is going to rely on the celebrity status in order to select this person as our next senator. Doesn't make much sense to me.
Even if there are individual cases of that sort, you could cure them by simply have a temporary, one-time exception to the rule of gubernatorial appointments. And moreover, there's nothing unusual about governors appointing senators. If there's a vacancy in the vice presidency, for instance, the president makes the appointment. That was true with Vice President Ford and Vice President Nelson Rockefeller. So there's no anomaly in the Constitution that you have fastened on an individual that grave responsibility. And that's exactly what the Founding Fathers intended. You can't escape responsibility for your decisions. If it's poor, you'll pay a political price. That's accountability.
All right, well, I'll have to leave it there. We're running out of time, but thanks for coming on to debate this complicated topic. Herb London, Bruce Fein. Thanks so much. All right, check out this baby.